up guys, I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be installing an intake that I got off eBay for $100 or $109 after tax. Obviously there was more expensive intakes, but I decided to go with that one just because from what I had seen, the engine or AEM were pretty much the same build, same diameter. So there was no point in getting a more expensive intake that was going to cost twice or triple the amount that I got that one for. So we'll go ahead and unbox that and then we'll do an install. Alright, so that's the metal plate that separates pretty much the engine bay from the filter. Here's the actual filter itself. I was thinking of actually getting an AEM intake. It's like 55 bucks on eBay, so I'd rather do that than have this on there. But I'm gonna put this on there for now and then I'll end up replacing it later. Alright, so here's the actual intake pipe. It's a 3.5 inch diameter all around. Is for our sensor, so it's not really polished like I expected. It's got scratches here and there. So I already planned on doing this, but I'm gonna install it like this for today and then just make sure everything fits the way it should. And then I'm gonna paint it a matte black because I don't want everything in my engine bay is black, so I don't want a silver polished pipe in there. So I'm gonna make sure it's black. Alright, so we got that. So we have all of our clamps, our tubes. Alright, so we have that. And then this is for the actual filter itself. So I'm assuming this goes inside like this, and then this is gonna bolt onto this piece here. Alright, so we're gonna start by tightening this bracket down.
Holy shit, that would have been funny.
Alright, so now that this clamp's on here, we're just going to go ahead and tighten that down. Alright, so we're going to put this gasket trim on the edges, and that's just so you don't have any sharp edges. So we're going to start by disconnecting this sensor. Pull it back on the tab and then you're going to press it, pull it out, set that aside. This is going to have two screws or bolts in here that we're going to have to take out. So you're going to want to make sure you put the sensor back into the other intake the same way. If not, you'll get a check engine light, so we'll set that aside for now. So we'll start by taking this off here. Okay, so that's out. This sensor is clipped onto the filter here. Alright, so once that's unclipped, I think this should just be able to pull out, so I'm gonna give it a pull and see. Alright, so this is our filter, original filter on the truck. Alright, so next we're gonna take these off here. Should be able to just squeeze them and pull out. Alright, so there's that first one. We got a second one on this side. Same thing, just squeeze them and pull out. Alright, next we should have another clamp up here. I think that should be it for the intake. Alright, so alright, so that's everything. That's the original intake. And this is pretty much a baffle, so it doesn't make too much noise. And the other one is pretty much straight through, so it'll be a little louder as well. So I'm gonna be putting the sensor into the intake. You pretty much want to make sure that this piece here is facing the filter. Gross. Alright, so that's on there now. That's the inside. Alright, so it pretty much comes with a few different ones just in case you have a 6.2 or a 5.3, which in my case we have a 5.3. We just gotta find the one that fits. That's too small. So I'm thinking it's gonna be this one. I'm actually gonna put it on the throttle body first. Make sure it goes all the way on. Alright, so we're gonna put our clamp on. You're gonna wanna make sure that this is on there real tight so you don't have any air leaking. Alright, so that's on there pretty good. I'm gonna put the tube in and make sure you push it all the way in as well. And then this one's gonna have a clamp here as well. Alright, so before we tighten that one all the way down, we're gonna have to take this plate out, and then that's where this plate here is gonna go. Alright, so since our new plate has 3 mounting holes, it's pretty much this one, and this one here. I'm gonna leave this bracket here, and I'm just gonna take the bolts out, and then we're gonna put them back in once the other plate is in. So now we're gonna put the plate back in, and the trick to put it in, just kind of squeeze it. You could bend it a little bit. So now we're gonna put our bolts back in and just tighten everything down. Before you tighten one down, you want to make sure they're all in. We'll go ahead and put in the filter next. And this has 2 holes, so just make sure you line them up on the plate. And then we're gonna put in the 2 bolts that go there. On there, make sure it's not loose or anything. Then we're gonna go ahead and put the tube in. Actually, before we put the tube all the way in, guys, so all the hoses are on now. These clamps you can get at pretty much AutoZone, Home Depot for a few dollars. And then the last thing we have to do is just connect this sensor back up. We'll be good to go. Make sure. I want to make sure it clips in there, it doesn't come out. Alright, so it looks like we're good. Okay, go rev it a little bit. Rev it again. Alright, so that's definitely sucking in air. Probably go for a test drive right now, see if it feels any different. It probably won't, but at least it looks better.